what's going on, guys? Troll Pal CHH. We're back again doing a collection video. I haven't done one of these in a while, it feels like. So I wanted to take all my horror steelbooks and show you a lot of them. Maybe not every single one, but if it looked even remotely cool, I wanted to show it because I think a lot of people enjoy steelbooks and they're fun to collect, and they're kind of looked at now as like the, you know, not boutique special edition type stuff. So you get your Best Buy stuff and they'll do exclusive steelbooks for movies, and I wanted to show you a number of them. Some of them a little bit older and things like that, but let's just get started, and if I can remember when and where I got it, I'll let you know. That way I might be able to help you. But let's start with something like ridiculously cool. Let's start with this German steelbook of Dawn of the Dead. That's right, not zombie. I mean, yes, zombie, but that's Dawn of the Dead. Now, just a tiny history lesson in case you don't know. So basically, Dawn of the Dead was released as zombie in a lot of foreign markets, which is why Zombie from Lucio Fulci is kind of known as, you know, Zombie 2 or Zombie Flesh Eaters. It's got a number of names, but it's kind of known as Zombie 2 to be a sequel, if you will, to George A. Romero's film, but it was really called that because this was technically zombie overseas. So that's why it has this title. But this is a beautiful, this comes from NSM Records XT Video, and it's gorgeous. So this would be something you'd have to go online and eBay to get, or maybe Diabolic DVD. There's a chance it could be on there. I'm not sure. So I'm just going to go through them, guys. No particular order either. Cool. So this is the 4K steelbook of Spiral, which is for just a few days, about a couple weeks anyway, the newest Saw movie. We got a new one coming out, obviously, Saw X, Saw 10, whatever you want to call it. But this is the Best Buy exclusive. What's cool is like you can lift this up. I like when they take slips, and even if it's little things, you'll see you get the title and stuff over the front. They make these protective covers, which I think a lot of people have become fond of. So I like Spiral. It's not the best. It's not the worst. Ah, yeah. So this is great. This should still be available. This is a Dracula on steelbook, and you got that beautiful original style artwork. I really like it. On the back, you get that legendary shot. And just blue on the inside there. But cool. One of my favorite movies, Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula. Should be able to get that still. That's a 4K, by the way. This is a good one. American Psycho. Now check this out. This is the best use of one of those. Look at that. It's like he's pulling that face mask off. Great movie. Love this movie. Great 4K. This is cool. This is a 4K of 3 from Hell that Best Buy got a year or so ago. Might still be available. Yeah, you see, there's a cover. Changes it to them being skeletons. I've kind of waned on 3 from Hell a little bit. I don't think it's a bad movie, but I don't know that it really justifies its existence that much anymore. Now, I know the movie was going to be different when they found out that Sid Haig was too sick to work, and Rob scrambled to basically redirect this entire movie. And I applaud that for making it happen. But, I don't know. Kind of wish you would just do something original again. Original in the sense of like a new movie that's not a sequel to anything, you know. This is one of the more surprising 4Ks I have. This is the Cloverfield 4K. I know, right? Like, it's a found footage movie. Why is that in 4K? I know, but oddly enough, it looks incredible on 4K. Who knows what kind of camera this guy was using in, you know, in the movie. But when I say it was impressive, it was impressive. So, great movie. I love Cloverfield. I've really taken a shine to it. Speaking of shine, next up we've got The Shining. This is one of the best looking 4Ks I've ever seen. Ever seen. I love this movie. So this is the yellow steelbook. You can still get this movie on 4K, and if you are dabbling into 4K, this is a title that will make you instantly, you know, appreciate jumping to that format. Just looks insane. From the best to the worst, next we've got Kill Her Goats. Shout out to my buddy Kyle. He sent this out to me. I mean, it looked really good. I mean, it looked like a good 4K, but go check out my review. That's all I'll say about that. This is one of the coolest steelbooks I have, guys. This is the Jigsaw steelbook. Look at the artwork on that. It's pretty remarkable, honestly. This was the 2017 film, so yeah, I really like that. There's the back. And this is not a 4K. I don't think 4K was like really like a thing yet in 2017. But maybe it was around. I just don't know. But incredible steelbook. It's one of my favorite steelbooks. Next up, we've got Hollywood Dreams and Nightmares. This is the Robert Englund documentary that just came out, and I highly recommend it. This is the Walmart exclusive. You should be able to get this online or find it in stores. It should still be in stores. It's only been a few weeks. I just saw one at one of the big city Walmarts near me, and I can't recommend this documentary enough. It was fantastic. I did a review on it, too, which is odd for me to do a review on a documentary, but it was well-deserved, so I really like it. And I really like the steelbook. It's just awesome. I'm not going to show all the Screams, but I wanted to show Scream 6 because I actually think this is one of the best steelbooks that the Scream series has done so far. The Scream 5 one I think was good, but I just didn't get it, or I didn't see it at the time. Now I pre-order them if I really want them, but I like this. The Subway one, really cool. So that should still be available too. I got this on Amazon. I didn't have to get this at a Best Buy. This was on Amazon. So. Next up, we got the Insidious Steelbook. I was really happy with this 4K. I thought it was really good, especially the black levels in those further dreams. A lot of definition. So they could have done something a little bit better for this, but at least they just did the original artwork. Can't really complain about that. I appreciate going old school. So this was Sony. Great movie. I like Insidious more than The Conjuring because of the actor guy in there. I forget his name. Patrick something. Oh yeah, the Fright Night 4K is amazing. Steelbook is perfect. They literally just gave us. I actually wish that the title of the movie was on the front. That's the only thing. I do wish that the title of the movie was on the front. You know, it's great. We got it on the spine, and a lot of people have asked, and they got the documentary "You're So Cool, Brewster," which is insane. But a lot of people have asked, and they have a lot of new features on here too. But a lot of people have asked, why didn't they do a regular release, like slipcover version? Great question. If they did, I'd probably buy it again because I love this movie so much, but they didn't do it. For one reason or another, guys, I couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. Kind of a shame, too, because I think it would be cool, but it is what it is. Yeah, next up we got Angel Heart. This is a great film. This is De Niro playing the devil, Mickey Rourke. The great era of Mickey Rourke. He still does some good stuff, but this was, top tier Mickey Rourke. This is a great movie. This is a 4K. It was a good looking 4K too. I love this movie. Really good. Check this out if you haven't seen it. Angel Heart. The Nintendo 64 artwork for Maximum Overdrive. I want to say that, did Vestron announce a new one, a new steelbook? I'm not sure. Don't quote me. I don't want to get nobody's hopes up. But, it's kind of cool. It opens up like that. You got a full picture. Kind of like the new way they're doing steels now. It's like they're kind of making it like one thing, like a canvas that opens and closes. But I couldn't help myself. I was like, you know what? I'm going to support this because if there's a chance they do like a steelbook of, Chud 2 or something, like I'd be all about that. Or Return of the Living Dead 3, that would be my dream if they do a steelbook for Return of the Living Dead 3. I think a lot of people would be like, okay, I'll break down and get that. Because Return of the Living Dead 3 is amazing, right? I mean, I love it. This is VHS 99 on steelbook. I liked this movie a lot. I say I liked it a lot. It was good. It was good. It was good. There was it was 2/3 good, which is the way I felt about 94. That's how I felt about this one. And I'm excited for the next one that they make. Right? Was that 85 they're doing? That should be pretty cool. Here is the Friday the 13th remake steelbook. Check that out, guys. Now, I know the front is not really... People weren't happy about that. But for me, this reminded me of the original movie. It was old school. And then you look at the back. There's that beautiful shot of that Jason hockey mask. I love this movie. I've become a big proponent of Friday the 13th, the remake. I think it's good. It could have been a hell of a lot worse. It could have been better, sure, but it could have been a hell of a lot worse. They got a lot of things right in this. I actually just watched the Elm Street remake before doing this, and I was not very happy with it at all. It's so sanitized and just... It's not good enough. Now, I know you might be saying, well, Christian, you could say the same thing for Friday the 13th. You could. I don't feel that way though. Personally, I really like the remake. I like it more and more every time I watch it. But with Elm Street, it's sad. I feel the opposite. I like it less and less. I like Jackie a lot, but the movie just feels so sanitized. And then the boyfriend of Nancy is fantastic. He saves the movie, really, for me. But maybe I'll still do that review. I kind of just gave away what I thought. Guys, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Steelbook is about as perfect as a Steelbook as you could do. I mean, that's exactly what we want. It's funny, the back is just plain white. I think they could have done something there. It would have been nice if they'd have gave us the Atari video game art with the guy shooting the gun, like the cop, like dressed like Dick Tracy. You know, but this was a great release, guys. I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre. One of my favorite releases this year still. Love the Steelbook. I gladly double-dipped for it. How about Warm Bodies, guys? I really enjoyed this film. Show you what the slip does. I really enjoyed this film. I thought I was going to be like, but I became a big Nick Holt fan after Renfield. I knew who this guy was. I had seen this movie before, but it was when it came out. Completely forgot everything about it. Really liked it. Thought it was really fun and energetic. So I was glad that they restocked the Steelbook. Which is something else I want to bring up. You know, some of these Steelbooks are getting restocked. So be careful, you know, going online and buying them, you know, expensive, because they're kind of popping back up. This is Saw. This is one of the cooler ones. You got Billy on the front with the TV screen. This is a 4K of the first movie. And, guys, if you never got the 4K of Saw, it was great. I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, good release. Really good release. I hope they do, you know, I was kind of hoping they were going to do a 4K of maybe the part 2 this year or something, but they never did. Kind of a bummer. Maybe this didn't sell well enough. I'm not sure. Or maybe they were just like, we'll do the first one. You know, we'll do the first one on 4K. But one of my favorite Steelbooks I have is the Saw unrated. So this is cool, guys. This is the original Hills Have Eyes Steelbook from Arrow Video. Got this when it came out at FYE. You know, it's just a Blu-ray, but it's good. I like this release. I have that chunky box too, but I couldn't help myself. At the time when I saw this, I was like, I just got to get that too. Got this at Target years ago. This was It Follows. I just thought this was like old school, and it has the Friday the 13th font down there. You know, I like this movie a lot. I think the music's great. I think it's suspenseful. I get lost in it. I like that it feels like you can't really tell what year or what time it is. It feels like early 2000s, and then it doesn't, and then this girl has a seashell, like, video game thing in her hand. It's just weird. I loved it. This is one of the more recent ones I got, Deadstream. If you haven't seen this, guys, go out to this is a Walmart exclusive. Go out and get this. This movie was fantastic. The Steelbook is really fun. This movie betters every time I watch it. It's like a Evil Dead found footage movie. It's really funny. It's like an Evil Dead 2 found footage movie. How about that? But it's really funny, and it grew on me the more I watched it. So, loved it. Definitely go grab that. That's you might be able to get that on Walmart.com as well. So, guys, this is a cool one. This is the Rob Zombie's 31 Steelbook. I loved this Steelbook. I actually think that this movie gets more fun. Excuse me. The more I watch it. Sorry about that. I'm trying not to edit this video because I want it to just be like a chill, you know, relax, like you're just hanging out and we're looking at Steelbooks. I actually thought that this movie gets better the more you watch it. It's literally like a fun video game come to life. And my wife is like, Christian, like, why? Because I was telling her, I was like, I don't think I really like that movie. She's like, what's not to like? What are you looking for in it? What's your problem? Stop trying to like say that it doesn't have enough going for it. It's just a fun movie. Like, I'm like, God damn, I guess you're right. And so we watched it, and I think it's funny. I think it's entertaining, and I like 31. It's actually grown on me quite a bit. Speaking of Rob Zombie, this is the coolest Steelbook. I didn't get the House of Thousand Corpses Steelbook that just came out because I have this trilogy Steelbook set, and it's amazing. Now, I know a lot of people probably missed out on this because it seemed like it was pretty limited. As a matter of fact, I remember when it was on Amazon's website, like I got it, and like the next day somebody was like, dude, have you been able to get this? And I was like, I got it on the website, and it was like, I tried to, it says it's sold out. But this was cool because, you know, it's got all 3 movies on Blu-ray. you know, House Devil and 3 from Hell, and I love the red. I think it's really great. So this trilogy I love, you know. And then I got that, of course, I rebought House again when they did that chunky box release, the 20th anniversary, which is cool. I wish it was 4K. But the thing about this is, a lot of people will tell you, and I agree, the House of 1,000 Corpses Blu-ray is so insanely clean and good looking. It almost looks like a 4K, like God's honest truth. That doesn't mean we shouldn't still get one. It'd probably be even better, but you know, at least the Blu-ray does look insane for House of 1,000 Corpses. Here we go, guys. This is a DVD steelbook of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is cool. This is really cool. This I got a number of years ago. I'm trying to look for a date on here. 2006. This is a restored version. New high definition transfer from the 16mm camera originals. I don't know what kind of scan it is per se, but this is like one of the first. When I first got into physical media, I got this at FYE in like 2010, 9 or 10, and I've had it ever since. And I like it. I actually think it's a good looking steelbook. You know, nothing will beat the original poster, but this kind of gets close. This kind of gets close. It's really cool. So, yeah, this is a great movie, guys. 10 Cloverfield Lane. I got this. I wasn't into getting into steelbooks yet, but when I saw this movie, I fell in love with it. And so my mother-in-law was going to Best Buy, and I was going to visit her. Me and my wife were, and we went. And she's actually a physical media collector, believe it or not. And she was going to buy the movie, and we had already bought it. And my wife is like, "Hey, Christian, did you know that they put like this cool steelbook out of this movie?" And I was like, "No." And she goes, "Well, here, we'll bring our Blu-ray copy and we'll just give it to my mom and she can buy the steelbook and we'll trade." And I was like, "Okay, that sounds fair." And the mom didn't care because she just likes to own movies like a normal person. She didn't start getting obsessed with releases like I did at that time. So I got this steelbook and I love this release. I love this movie. 10 Cloverfield Lane. John Goodman is incredible in this. Incredible movie, 10 Cloverfield Lane. Check that out, especially if you're not a fan of the first one. Totally different kind of movie. Lords of Salem. Yeah, this is a good-looking steelbook. I got this at FYE. Now, this came out probably in 2013 is what it says. Now, did the steelbook come out at the same time? Maybe so, I guess. That's the latest date I see on here, but I got it in like 2018. And I like this movie a lot. I think this is... It's getting its audience for sure. I like it. I actually like that the ending is really ambiguous. You know, I dig it. So I like this movie a lot. I think it's very against type for a lot of the things that Zombie did at the time. This movie's slower. This movie's quieter. It doesn't not make sense, but visually it's all over the place. It's almost like a Fulci film in some aspects. Like there's a shot of this movie where she's staring at this cross thing, this neon cross in a dark room, and all of a sudden she visualizes this image of this beast walking towards the camera, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? I like this movie a lot. If you haven't seen it in a while, go revisit Lords of Salem. I dig it. I really do. It's Sherry's best performance, I think. Scream 2, you know, I've got Scream 1, but honestly, I don't think the steelbook is as good as this one. Scream 2 is actually a good-looking one. I like it a lot. A little dust on there, but yeah, I like this one. So, and Scream 3 looks good. They're doing a red base. Probably wouldn't have done that, but I don't know. I'm almost glad too, because it makes me fight getting OCD with collecting. You know, it's like, good, I don't have a choice. You know, I've already got those other two. You know, I can get the steelbook and just be okay with it being a different color. I feel like my friends make me OCD. I'm really not OCD, but I feel like my friends make me OCD. So they make me start thinking about that kind of stuff. So please don't get OCD with collecting. It's not in your best interest. This is actually the second steelbook that they put out for Halloween. Now I've got the Kills and End steelbooks, but they're fine. But I actually like this. This guy McFarlane did this art, and they re-released the movie on 4K on this steelbook. And I know a lot of people were a lot happier with this one than the other one. And I feel you. I think this is a good looking one. So yeah, that's Halloween 2018. They're saying that trilogy box set of the Halloween movies is sold out already. I don't know. Next up, we've got Army of Darkness, Scream Factory. This is what I'm talking about. This is the trifecta we're going to look at of the best steelbooks Scream Factory did. Army of Darkness is incredible. The back's even cooler, you know. Next, we've got what I think is the best one. They Live. Just insane. Beautiful. The back of that. This might still be available, too, by the way. Check Best Buy online, because I know I still see them in stores sometimes, so there's stock available. And then The Fog. These are available on Amazon, I think, too. But yeah, The Fog, incredible. Just so good. So good. They're just killing me. They killing me. We got 2 left, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. One of the coolest ones, the Leprechaun Steelbook set. Now, I think they're putting out a new one from Walmart, but this is the one you want with the original artwork. And then it's nothing but gold coins on the inside. You get Origins in there. But yeah, this is a great set. I love the Leprechaun set. And last, we were talking about Elm Street before, but I do like the Steelbook. This is the Elm Street Steelbook. I got this at a FYE. I don't know if it was an FYE exclusive or not. But that's where I got it. I got it in Michigan. When I was up there, I found it there. But you could probably still get this if you want it. So, I don't... It's not a bad movie. It's just too sanitized. It doesn't feel wild and rambunctious like the original series does. That's really my only complaint with it. It just feels sanitized. It feels too clean and processed. You know, but I do like the boy Quentin. He's great in it. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this. Tell me which Steelbooks you liked. Which ones are your favorites? Maybe there's one you could recommend to me I could look up, because I like getting those too. So this is your old pal CHH. Thank you guys for watching this video. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Huge, giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind-the-scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.